If you look at the structure, this is how the interdigitated capacitor would look. So this is one end, which I would call as the V in or the top plate, and this would be your bottom plate or your output against which that you will measure. You will, the distance between this is given, what is the length of the structure on each sides, and you will also get what is the distance between the two structures that is present. So this effectively gives you the value of a capacitor. Now if you excite the value and vary the movement, either you can move this in this direction, that is along the length, or you could move along the width. So if you move in either directions, you can measure what is the capacitance and what is the phase. So you could see it, the capacitance can vary between 23 femtofarad all the way up to 31 femtofarad. So from the nearest to the farthest would be your range. Here you could see a practical example of a stacked sensor. This is called an SEM image or single electron microscope image. This was from my PhD work uh, in 2016 at the Indian Institute of Science, where we had two such devices, one as the sensor pixel and another as a regulatory pixel, where in one of them we had the passivation layer removed. And here you could see the digits of the interdigitated capacitor clearly, right? To find out a graphical representation of how movement along the length or along the width can vary the capacitance, here is a graphic which is typical of a MEMS accelerometer. What is MEMS? MEMS is micro electromechanical systems. So this is called a MEMS accelerometer, which is used to measure what is the acceleration or relative acceleration between the two items. In this case, you have the fixed plate, which can be called as your top plate, right? And the other plate, bottom side could be the bottom plate, which is called the springs, which are present here. And if you see the movement, the distance between the two gives the variation. Kindly draw your attention to the place where C1 and C2 is written. So the amount of variation between yellow and the orange gives the difference in the capacitance that is present in the system. So this is how you will use capacitance as a sensor into various other applications.